Before I start the session, uh, did everyone got the recording of last Saturday, which is Feb 18th? Quick question. Did everyone got Saturday's recording? I have shared it yesterday. For some reason, the session was recorded. So I thought there's nothing when it is available, when it is recorded, I thought why not let me share it, because most of them have not attended yesterday's this Saturday session also. So that's the reason I have shared it to everyone. I have given access also. Just want to check if you have got access or if you are still struggling to get the access. Cool. Okay. Any questions? Anyone? Any questions? You want to ask something or? So nobody has any questions, right? So I'm good to go ahead. Everyone. A quick confirmation from everyone. No questions. You are fine with the sessions. You are fine with the recordings. You have got all the things you need from my end. There's nothing pending from my end, right? Rajni has few questions. She asked me about the lab and all. Madhu, for you also, I'm sorting it out. Might be by end of today, I'll give you all those credentials to log into lab and check everything. Apart from Madhu and uh, her, anybody else any questions? Okay, let me go ahead and start. Agenda is very simple, straightforward. We are going to configure, we are going to install and set up Spark on our Hadoop cluster. Okay. While installing Hadoop cluster, it is fairly simple and straightforward, but you need to understand and analyze the configurations and the way they are running. Okay. Every configuration is important. Every configuration is important, and the way they run and the way they are bounded to other ecosystems are also important. Spark has got I'm not talking what is Spark, I'm not talking what is RDD, I'm not talking what is key value pair, I'm not talking what is data sets. I'm only working on configuring Spark today. Once Spark is configured, we can work on other areas. I'm preparing the slides for you to understand Spark and all, because none of the slides I used from third party are not really good for Spark. So I came up with preparing myself, which should be ready by end of today or tomorrow. Hortonworks installation, nobody have come back to me. I don't know why. You guys might have been busy, so I totally respect that. Yeah, so that thing, it's still with me, but I want to know who are available for the session so that I can start showing and start recording. Okay, so I will leave that with you. Now let's start configuring Spark. Before configuring Spark, one simple line about Spark. Spark is an API which is compatible, works with different programming languages like Scala, Python, and Java. Okay. When you install Spark, your Spark has got different modules where you can transform the data from any of the way. You can use Scala, you can use Python, you can use Java, and also you can use your Spark SQL. Spark SQL means whatever the queries you use in SQL, those queries can also be used in Spark. Now, you need to question yourself, how the hell are the SQL queries being able to run in Spark? The point is, the libraries, the binaries, the configurations, what you have in SQL and HiveSite.xml will be copied into your Spark configurations to run. That's what it is. Okay. Today we'll install Spark latest version on our Cloudera Manager. Tomorrow or one fine day, we'll install Spark on our Mac, on our local laptop. We'll install Spark, we'll change the configuration parameters, we'll change the environmental.sh, classpath.sh, and Spark configuration files. By changing it, we are making it to work the way we want. That's what it is. Fairly simple. Okay. Let me go ahead, come here and add a service. In adding a service, you'll have Spark. Okay. See, this is Spark standalone. Don't worry about it. Apache Spark is an open source cluster computing system. And what they're saying is, this is a standalone version of service which does not use Yarn for resource management. Cloudera recommends using Spark on Yarn instead of standalone. I know that. That's the reason I use only Spark with cluster management. Okay. Now, which one is your history server? Which one is your gateway server? History server will always be your name node. Okay. Job history server. Resource management is always on this one. And gateway, you can put everything. Means you must be able to launch Spark Shell from any of your nodes. Having said, Spark Shell will be open with Scala. Okay. PySpark will open your Spark with Python modules. It's fairly simple. Click OK. I'm sure from tomorrow you guys will start enjoying like anything, because you'll find a real programming modules from tomorrow. Please carry forward all your energy for one more month. We are getting there. We finished our first month with administration, and you need to be more careful, you need to be more cautious, you need to be more energetic now, because this is completely different way. Perfect. Continue. You may need to restart your service, which I completely agree. Finish. So you have Spark here. Click come here, restart. Let's restart all the components, because your Spark will be also integrated with HDFS. How many of you have practiced the stuff I've explained, searching logs as per timestamp? If you don't practice it, you'll definitely forget it. Trust me, take my word. Let the services be restarted. Excuse me. Okay, all the services started now. Perfect. Let me go ahead. Very good. Install completed. Let me go to the master node, SSH into it. Okay, perfect. I have logged in now. Let me go ahead. Let me increase the font. Okay. Sudo su hyphen. Sorry for that. Perfect. cd etc spark ls-l cd conf ls-l. Now guys, carefully observe. Everyone, please focus, please focus, please focus. Now let's see vi spark environmental variable.sh. Okay. Now I'm going to end. I'm checking for home. Okay. See, if you see here, your export spark under home is telling I'm in this directory, which is opt cloudera parcels lib spark. Okay, and your environmental variables is also saying that your Hadoop home is in opt cloudera parcels cdh5 cdh 5.0 lib Hadoop. Okay, let me go to this location first. I'll open one more session here. Guys, focus. I'm going to show you something very important. Your basic understanding of Spark. Every component or service in Hadoop will be invoked from the bin directory only. The way you have .exe in your Windows, you should initiate them from bin only. For example, if you have two versions of Spark installed, for example, Spark 2.0 is released. My team wanted to work on Spark 2.0 on one of the POC. So what happens is Spark existing version on Cloudera and Spark updated version on Cloudera, which I installed by myself, must be isolated. The configurations of Spark Cloudera version and the configurations of Spark existing version must be different. So you isolate them. You isolate the environmental variables, you isolate the class path, you isolate their Spark variables. Okay. I don't know why it is taking time. Let it take time. Don't worry. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll open it here. Okay. So I got the two things here. These are the only things I'm worried in Spark and not variable assets. I'm quitting out. Okay. That is done. Now I'll go to this location. Now if you see here cd spark ls-l. Okay. Do you see that? Do you see that? You have your configurations which is symbolic linked to etc spark conf, which means whenever something comes to pick up, your configurations will still can be read from here and also from here. That is nothing but symlink, which is ln minus s. Okay. Now, if you see here, you have Python modules here, you have assembly here, you have bin here, you have Cloudera here. Okay. I'll come one step back. Okay. Now I'll go to Hadoop. Now see, you have all the configurations here. What all the configurations you need for your system, everything is here. Okay. You have Paraquet tools, you have Paraquet thrift, you have Paraquet 1 minute, let me go up little. This is something, you know, I'll do something. I'll launch Segment. Where are you, Segment? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, it's here. Now SSH .works @ name node 0.itversity.com. Why is it asking for a password? Okay, I'll do something. I'm showing in the itversity lab. That is also same, but just wanted to show you the differences. Let me check, sir. Give me a minute. Yes, it is Hadoop ThoughtWorks. Sorry. Give me a second. It's stuck. I don't know why. That's fine. Let me give it some time. Meanwhile, I'll go back here. So you understood the importance of the Hadoop environmental variables or Spark environmental variables. You can find Spark environmental variables in the CD etc Spark. People who have come to the real-time session on this Saturday, I have shown them very clearly how you can find other parameters also. Okay. Now ls-l, you have cd conf, you have ls-l. Now see guys, you have class path.txt. So what I'll do is vi class path.txt. Now go to the end, search with Spark. Do you see that? You have this CDH 5.10 versions Spark streaming Flume jar file, and also you have Spark 1.6.0 CDH5 yarn shuffle.jar. Okay, let's check for few more things. If you have, that's all. You have two things here. One is Spark yarn shuffle.jar, and you have your Spark streaming flume.jar, which means the configurations of your Hadoop are the configurations of your Hadoop, and also your stuff that must be taken from the start of your system, which is your Hadoop, is picked up from this location. This opt Cloudera parcels jars. Okay, in this you have CDH 5.0 and you also have Spark streaming. Now I want to make you understand these things are very important. If you don't understand this one and try to fiddle around, you'll mess up with creating unnecessary issues. Okay, let me show you something else. So here I have shown you class path. I have shown you what should I cover? Should I cover okay, now if you see sparkdefaults.conf, vi sparkdefaults.conf, go here. Now guys, if you carefully observe, your Spark yarn extract library is picked from this location. Okay, and if you observe, your Spark yarn is in this location. Okay, and your Spark is now integrated with yarn. Your Spark configuration gateway is in opt Cloudera parcels. Try to understand something. If you, let me see if it is, if it has come now. Not it. I don't know why. I hate if it is taking time. That's fine. Let's not waste time for that one. Okay, now if you see here carefully, you have to understand your yarn external library path and also your Spark yarn.jar, your Spark events where it is writing to. Okay, these are the configurations that make up your Spark to work the way it is working. Okay, one more thing I want to make understand is, if you have different version of multiple versions of Spark running, then your multiple versions of Spark, okay, let me put it this way. This is Spark 1.3.1. This is Spark 2. Okay, this came with CDH with this package of Hadoop with Cloudera. This one I have installed for my purpose. I'll show you how you can do a manual installation also. This one should have its own environmental variable.sh, its own class path, its own Spark variables. When I say Spark variables, it's nothing but this one, your Spark defaults.conf. Like that, it should have its own environmental variables, Spark environmental variables.sh, class path, and also Spark defaults.conf. These three things must be pointing to version 2. These three things must be pointing to 1.3.1, and if this one is integrated with yarn, your Spark yarn must be pointing to the lib or jars where your yarn jar files are located. Here also, if this one is also integrated with yarn, then your Spark 2 also should be integrated to your yarn jar files. That is all the whole important context of it. Now you need to understand something else. Let me go to this is perfect. So I have covered class path, I have covered Spark default. Now let me go to one second. I'll close this one, reopen, close. The only thing what I'm trying to show is the way it is configured over there. I'm working on an outdated system, that's the problem. Come on, don't do this. Oh, it should be okay. when you have this problem, simply go to, it is also, bear with me 1 minute guys, just a minute, because I need a password so that I can log into NameNode and show you other areas also. Now I'll copy the password. I'll go to a notepad, save it, and I'll go here. Now this one, Sigwin, Control V, enter. Authentication failed, which is expected. Hadoop thought works at gateway 1 dot THOUGST thought works. That's correct, sir. SSH. This is the login ID. Hadoop ThoughtWorks is the login ID. If I close it and reopen it, will work. Okay, let me open that. So the problem may be, don't use space at all, just copy the way it is. Perfect. Now I'm connected. I'll go to sudo su hyphen. Perfect. And I'll exit. I'm just trying 1 minute. SSH Hadoop thoughtworks at the rate namenode01 dot itversity.com. Perfect. I'm connected to NameNode also. Now let me go to cd etc spark ls minus l cd conf ls minus l. Now guys, carefully observe. You have spark defaults.conf. Okay. You also have spark environment.sh. You have hivesite.xml. Now you should ask me, Amar, why the L is hivesite.xml here? The only reason for that one is your Spark SQL, your SQL queries which you are running on Hive must be compatible with Spark. Means your Hive queries which is having SQL structure must be serialized, deserialized, and Spark must be able to understand them, run them, and execute them. That is the reason why we have it. And if you ask me where the hell and how I get it, fairly simple. I'll go back. I'll show you something here. cd etc hive. Okay. ls minus l. Now I have conf here. Do you see this? This conf. In this conf, ls minus l. Do you see this? I have hivesite.xml here. This hivesite.xml, simply copy hivesite.xml to etc spark conf. This is what I have done. When I do this, whatever configurations I have in Hive, I am also integrating that Hive into Spark. If I do that, my Spark will also have the capability to understand, interpret, work on Spark. Hive and Spark are integrated. That is done. Now let me go back to cd etc Spark. Spark, I'm telling you honestly, if you learn Spark very smartly, very nicely with commitment, dedication, next 5 years in your career, you need not have to look back. It's just not learning Spark, make your hands dirty. That PDF which I have sent you, try to download that PDF, pay 99 rupees or something, get it ready, see the use cases, go inside, be a Spark developer, be smart enough, earn enough. Okay, ls minus l. Now let's cat. If you see here, environment variable.sh, your Spark configuration directory is here. Okay, and your Spark log directory is here, means your Spark logs will go here, and your Spark PID is here. Okay, and carefully observe, your Java home is here, your Hadoop home is here, your Hadoop configuration directory is here. Okay, and my Spark configuration directory is here. Got it? This is all about your Spark environment variable.sh. You have got your Java home, you got your Spark daemon memory, how much you are going to give your Spark memory, and Spark configuration directories, Hadoop home. You should also have Spark home. I don't know why Spark home is not here, but you should also have Spark underscore home. Okay, let me check that. Spark log directory you have Hadoop home, you have Hadoop conf, you have Java home, alternate configuration. Yeah, see, alternate configuration is nothing but your Spark underscore home. This guy, this team, okay, I don't dare to call my master as guy. Okay, now this alternate config directory is nothing but this is alias to your Spark underscore home. So your Spark underscore home will be here, user HDB current. Got it? That's how you have to understand. Now let me go back, let me quit this one. Now let me go to cat class path. Do I have class path in the first place? ls minus l. I don't have class path here because this is other version of Spark, but I have Spark defaults. Okay, go to cat spark defaults.conf. Okay, as I told you earlier, if you see carefully, I'm trying to find let me va spark defaults.conf. Okay, now this default.conf is nothing but it is telling you all the things. Your HDFS log directory is here, and if your Spark wants a MySQL connector.jar, it is here, and your Spark external library path is here, and your Spark extract class path is here. So all my efforts are to make you understand that your Spark environment variable.sh, your Spark class path, and your Spark defaults.conf. These are the most important things you must be well aware while you install Spark. That is what it is. Now let me show you something. Hadoop fs minus ls. So many users, man. So many users. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that is fine. don't know if I have the directory or not. I'm just checking. There's no directory. So I'll check this, guys, Yogesh. So you need to go to it's user, sir. Do you see here? It's user. The local user is different. Hadoop user is different. Okay. su-hdfs. It's asking for password. I don't want to take that risk. Okay. At least I will say Hadoop fs minus ls user Hadoop dot works. Okay, there's nothing. It went to the directory, but there's nothing. Where am I? I'm here. So what I'll do is I'll go to a home directory and I'll do something interesting. vi spark test.txt. Append. Okay, team. Let's start developing Spark applications using Spark API with Scala, Python, and Java modules. And also we must be able to do well with Spark SQL and Hive integration. Okay, in here we are also integrating Spark with Yarn. Okay, done. Now let me do cat spark.txt. I have it now. Hadoop fs minus put spark.txt to user Hadoop dot works. Okay, now Hadoop fs minus ls user Hadoop dot works. Command not found. Spelling mistake. You can't be so hurry, Amarnath. Now we have it here, right? You saw that file. Very good, everyone. Now let me show you something. Spark shell. Okay, val test equal to sc dot text file, because mine is text file, user Hadoop dot works. Okay, give it, that's it. Now test dot collect. There's a mistake because one second
Directory path.
spelling mistake, sorry. Okay, Now test.collect. Do you see that? This came as an array. I have everything here. Do you see that? Now your Spark with Scala is working the way it should. Let me exit. Okay. Let me open PySpark with Python. Spelling mistake. Don't do that. Okay. Now it opened with Python. It is in Python version. Now test rdd equal to sc dot text file user Hadoop .works. Okay. Now test rdd dot collect test rdd dot collect for each in println or something. Let me check that one. I don't exactly remember the syntax. Yeah, it also collected it. Okay, so the only difference is you need to understand Spark context is also available as C and Hive context is available as SQL context. Okay, so here I have used RDD because I'm using Python. If you see my earlier thing, I have used a variable as well. I have initiated a variable and I have used this one. This one is working with Scala. This one is working with Python. Now let me show you something more interesting. We have done two things here. We have started invoking Spark with Scala, Spark with Python. Okay, I'll show you something. It will interest you more. Spark programming guide. Tomorrow I'll make you very clear on what is RDD, what is a data set, what is resilient data set. Okay, go to this one, Spark programming guide, click on this one, and now don't worry about anything. Go to programming byte, Spark programming guide, a quick start. In here, if you use Python, it will open like this. If you use Scala, it will open like this. If you use Python, it will open like this. Okay, see, in Python it is like this. Okay, to count it is like this. Okay, let's go to Scala. In Scala you are using val variable and you are giving a name text variable, and sc is Spark context dot text file. You are giving a directory and you are counting it, and count will come like this. Don't worry about it. We can't learn everything in a single day. Today our agenda is simply configuring and installing Spark. It is fairly simple. Next. You know, like Hive and Scoop, you need not have to do any background of installation MySQL and setting up username and passwords and downloading MySQL.jars and also interpret as downloading all the stuff. You don't have. It's straightforward, but you need to understand Spark environment variable.sh, Spark defaults.conf, class path, your Spark home directory, your Hadoop home directory, your Spark logs. Okay, that is theoretical and practical part of it. Now you need to understand what is an RDD, how Spark will do in-memory processing, why Spark has got so much of wonder in it. Okay, today I want to help others also, people who have not, sorry, I'm mad. People who missed yesterday's session, I have explained a real-time scenario on the Kafka issues, creating a Kafka topic, deleting a Kafka topic, describing a Kafka topic. Okay. Apart from that, we also discussed the real-time issues, why a issue has occurred, what has happened before issue, and what happened after the issue. I explained the architecture of the whole project, what is upstream, what is downstream, how data comes in, how data goes out, and what we do in our project, and why our cluster is configured like that for this project, and based on your project how you need to work on it, and how many masters you will have, how many workers you will have, and how many gateway you will have, how Kafka nodes will be configured, how HBase will be configured. I've covered almost everything. And people who don't know about Kafka, there is a video here, Apache Kafka Spark Streaming Brew. In this video, what I have done is I have installed Kafka on my standalone machine. I also installed Spark on my standalone machine. I have integrated Kafka with Spark, and I have done a real-time streaming. I made a default configurations. If you watch this video, you will get a little idea about it. Okay. I'm not going to waste your time. I'll let you guys to practice it.
Showing me the Spark changes. Done. Okay.
This is what I was going to help you. Okay. Here I have installed Spark. If you see here starting, let me open that. If you see here, wait, where is that?
Upgrade is also done. Fair enough. And now let me do this thing. I need to be a little careful here because I'm copying and pasting. I'll show what happens. If you see here, the exclamatory mark is the wrong way.
What I was trying to help you see here, I'm importing streaming configuration because that is an external class path that is required for my work to stream the data. Like that, if you understand the basic Spark functionality and basically if you understand Spark API with other tools, you can do any way you want. You can import any configuration you want, and you can do any of the development you want. Life has become so easy now. Earlier it is a big challenge. Now we have configurations everywhere. That configurations, you just have to integrate them with your purpose. That is all about Spark installation, Spark configuration, and Spark libraries. So now you can ask me any questions you have. That's all I have for today. Very short session because I don't want to take it very hard on you. There are so many things I have to discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll start by 5. Come by 5 o'clock. Every minute is valuable for us tomorrow because I have to cover so much. Now, one second, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'll come back and I'll answer all your questions. Everyone, once you have time today, kindly go through the Kafka Spark streaming. At least you will get some fairly good idea of what I discussed yesterday's session with others. Okay. Now go ahead and ask your questions. If you don't have any questions, let me know. I'll leave for the day. If you have any questions, speak out or type. That's public, sir. That YouTube is public. Everybody has access to it. Next. Did we add SQL libraries to Spark folder? Not needed, sir. Not needed, because we are copying hive site.xml configuration to etc spark conf. So the directory where you have Spark environmental variable, the where you have Spark configurations and class path, there you have hive.xml copied, and like that, it once you copy it, you have to restart your Spark, so it will start picking it up. Okay, hope that answers your question, Suresh. Very good. Inka, anything else? Anybody, any questions? Go ahead. I don't know how many of you have taken seriously on certification. Tomorrow, are you going to start Hive or Spark? Spark, madam. Hive already installed. I shown you Hive installation other day. Amar, can you send scoop and have configuration? Yeah, sure. I'll do it today. Not installation. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to work on Spark, madam, because Spark is very important. If you understand Spark, Hive will be more easy. I don't want to start from Hive and go to Spark. First, I'll have to. That's my approach. I want to tell you something very hard, something very tough, make it easy for you, and then Hive will be like cakewalk for you. And if I show Hive first and then move to Spark, you will kind of, let's see. If you think that won't work, we can go a different way also. That's fine. Tomorrow development, madam. To at least to start development, I have to tell you what is an RDD, what is a key value pair, what is a resilient data set, and how a key value pairs turns into array of strings, how array of strings turns into tuples. On top of it, I also have to show you what is group by key, combine by key, reduce by key, and all the transformations. Tomorrow, that's my agenda. I think I will need 2 classes at least to tell you everything. How it works in Spark standalone. Will it come with SQL libraries? No, sir. No, it won't come with SQL libraries. SQL library is nothing but Hive libraries. Spark SQL is nothing but Spark integrated with Hive. Your default Spark standalone will not come with that. You have to install Hive, and you have to copy that Hive site.xml into your cd etc spark conf. Next. So I hope nothing is pending with me. I'll send the scoop and Hive documentation by end of today, and I'll also send you all slides for tomorrow's class. So I want you to understand the slides and come, which will be fairly simple. And moving forward, I'll try to finish. I'll have session only 1 hour, not 1.5 hour, because I'll send you slides before day. You'll have to go through it and then come to class. In that way, we'll save most of time, because real time problems we have not discussed. I found this way, so I can send you some links, or I can send you some PPTs for next day's class this night. You'll just walk through it, you'll know what it is. So in that way, I did not have to stress all the important bits. Okay, Mahinder sir, any doubts? Benazir, Gopi, Madhu, Naveen, Fani, Rama, Sailaja, Suresh, Swapna, Varun. Okay guys, I hope everybody's happy. Thank you for that. Have an enjoyable day. See you all tomorrow. I will share the recording once the conversion is completed. Cheers.